Well, good day once again, and welcome to the third video in our series where we assist novice traders in finding their feet when trading on the MT4 platform. Today, I'm going to cover how to set up profiles for different currency pairs. You're probably wondering what, in fact, is a profile. Well, it's quite simple. If you recall with my previous video, I made mention that before you do a trade, always take a bird's eye view, stand back and see what the movement is, what the trend is for the market as far as that particular currency pair is concerned. And slowly but surely, by making use of these time zone buttons over here, you can zoom in closer and closer. But it's a little bit of a problem if you're just using one graph. I'm sure you'll agree. So I'm going to show you how you can do the same thing by in fact doing it with three graphs set up in front of you like I have right now. Before I go into that, let me quickly give you a breakdown of the three different types of profiles you can use. I'm sure there's a lot more, but these are the three main ones that people use. You get, number one, a day trader. Day trader will go in and out within 24-hour period, and the time zones that you would use for that would probably be a 15-minute graph, a 30-minute graph, and a 1-hour graph. Or it could be a 30-minute graph, a 1-hour graph, or even a 4-hour graph. That decision is yours. What works for you? That's the most important thing to remember, because this is your account. Secondly, you get the swing trader. A swing trade is when I'm leaving my account open or my trade open for more than a day, sometimes a couple of days, sometimes a week or two. So in that case, my time zones are different. In the example I have here, my swing trade is set at 1 hour, 4 hours, and daily. Last but most certainly not least, you get what they call the position trade. Now, position trade is when I'm leaving my trades in for a long time, a couple of months at a time. And you find that it's mainly companies that make use of position trade. So they're in no particular hurry. But the big thing is if you're going to be in a position trade, you need a big account because you need a lot of liquidity to carry you through the red times and give your trade enough time to turn and go back into the green, as it were. In that case, I would probably go for a daily, weekly, and a monthly graph. Now, I'm going to show you how you set them up. It's actually very, very simple. Let's close this one down for now, shall we? And I'm going to go for the USD Canadian dollar. I click on it and I need to open three of them. So I right click, I go chart window, a second one, and a third one. So I've now opened all three. Do I need my market watch for now? No, let's move that aside. Do I need my terminal? No, let's move that aside for now. I've got these cascading. I can't quite see what's going on there. So let's change it, shall we? I go to my window and I can choose. I can either go tile horizontally. Some people prefer this method. Personally, I like the other one. And that is I tile mine vertically because it makes it much larger. The next thing I need to do is I need to fix up my graphs. Now I have gone and I've created templates. I've saved those templates and I'm just quickly going to change them to the templates that I like to use. And there we go. All three of them are done. But now, I've got to decide whether I want to do a day trade or if I want to do a swing trade. In this example, I'm going to go and create a day trade. So my first graph, I'm going to say, I'm going to make that one 15 minutes. My second graph, I'm going to go make that 30 minutes. And then my last graph, I'm going to make that 1 hour. You can, if you want to, make this one 30 minutes and make that one 1 hour and make that one 4 hours. It's entirely up to you. But For this exercise, these are the 3 time zones I'm going to use. And now I'm going to practice what I said before. Take a bird's eye view. Stand back. Let's see what's happening with the market. All right, so I go to my 1 hour graph. My 1 hour graph says, there we go, it's coming down. Okay, so it would be a sell market. Go to my 30-minute graph, and that says, oh, hang on. It shows as though it wants to create a buy market. But look at that spike there. So it's obviously my Canadian dollar is fighting the USD. It's pulling it down. And my 15-minute graph is confirming just that. So there's a big tug of war. Now, just a bit of a hint I want to give here, or some advice, as it were. If you are looking at your 3 graphs, and they're giving you mixed signals, like I'm getting here, and you're not too sure whether you want to buy or sell, rather walk away. Give it a couple of minutes to sort itself out, maybe half an hour, it's up to you. But if you're not 100% sure, if it's not giving you a clear-cut signal, as you'll see now when I go to my Euro USD, rather just leave it for a moment. Wait until you feel the time is right, and then put in the trade. Don't be compulsive. If I've now looked at this and I've made an analysis and I've decided, okay, I want to, for example, I want to buy, I want to go long, then I just follow the procedure. I go place my new order. I decide what my volume is going to be. I decide if I'm going to buy or sell, place my order, and then the most important factor, I place my stop loss and take profit. I once again wish to remind you that if you are a novice trader, please make use of a stop loss as many times, if not all the time, because that is going to save you should your trade turn against you and run away in the opposite direction that you thought it was going to go. Here, if I look at these graphs, look at that movement in the market. Wow, it's really going crazy. So can you imagine if you were now trading, you were going on a buy, and in fact it started nosediving here, and let's say it carries on nosediving, and you don't have a stop loss, it can cause big damage to your account. So there I have it. I've done all the work, and the last thing I need to do is obviously I'm going to save it. So I go to the top left hand corner, I click on File, click on Profiles, and I click Save As, and then I just give it a name, nice and simple. So I go USD CAD, day trade, and I save it. But I've already saved one, so it's asking me, do I want to override it? I say yes. Okay, and there we go. And I can do the same with any other currency pair or commodity. For the last part of the exercise, I'm going to go to my Euro USD, because this is my favorite little chappy. So I've opened, and what I have here is my swing trade. If I see it's not fitting to my window, once again, I just go window, I decide which one I want to use, and Bob's your auntie. Here I can go and look at my trend on my day graph, and it's an upward trend. I look at my 4-hour graph, and this is the one I'm going to trade on. It's an upward trend, and once again, there I see on my 1-hour graph, it's an upward trend. So I'm getting a nice clear signal here. Do you see? When you compare it to the previous one I showed you, here it's telling me nice and clear it's in a buy movement. So there we go. I can set my buy, but once again, it can turn against me. So I have to protect myself by making use of a stop loss and take profit. That's it for today. Have fun, guys. Good luck with your trades, and let's hope you hit that million sooner than you think. In our next video, I'm going to cover something very special, and that is, how do you trade Kruger rands? So for now, have fun. Cheers.